A very good afternoon to you tuned in to UBC TV. Welcome to our lunchtime news. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa. This Monday, the 16th of December, 2019. Office of the Prime Minister has delivered relief items to the displaced people in Bundibujo following recent flooding that claimed lives and destroyed property. Prime Minister Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda was recently in Bundibujo to assess the situation and promised total support from government to the victims who are currently in Bobo Kwanga and Semuliki high school camps.
Prime Minister, to be distributed also to the displaced.
So far, the relief items that have been delivered at the district headquarters include foodstuff, crockery and gardening tools. The humanitarian support from government has been lauded by the local leadership.
In addition to that, we also received the blankets from MSF, Doctors Without Frontiers, which were also distributed. There are also well-wishers who have come in to help us, like ESCO Uganda. They have donated 640 items, and they have been directly supplied to the IDPs in the camps.
He called upon the development partners to support government in its efforts geared at improving the victims' living conditions.
We are appealing to all well-wishers, companies, firms, and individuals who can come in and help our brothers and sisters who are staying in the camps with all food necessities of life.
As landslide and flood victims in Bundibujo, we are calling upon government to help us change the menu of the food here. We have been eating rice for quite some time, and worst is the rice is tasteless. Secondly, we have an issue of latrines. There are very few latrines and very dirty, so we are really suffering here. Although Uganda police is supplying water to the camps, the affected people complain of its insufficiency due to the high number of women and children. Dennis Igoa and Mutabali Moses for UBC News.
Many youth are prone to the HIV/AIDS scourge due to circumstances that arise from factors like poverty and social trends, among others. The number of new infections in the less privileged communities is on the rise, and thus a need for more concerted effort to focus on the communities in addressing the HIV prevalence. The less privileged communities, especially in the ghettos, is where our reporter Ivan Kawa investigated the real picture of the killer pandemic on ground in such communities.
Well, I wanted to put something down, something musical, artistic, about my feelings and about the feelings of others. What I thought were the feelings of other AIDS patients, the feeling of helplessness, the feeling of loneliness. I wanted to express what I felt within myself.
HIV, human immune virus, is mostly spread through direct blood contact with an HIV-infected person. The act of sexual intercourse can lead to one acquiring the HIV virus, although one who practices unsafe sex has higher chances of acquiring it. These are stories well known to many, but it seems other factors leading to the spreading of the disease are what remain unattended to. In less privileged communities, slums hold a number of youth, and this is the cluster of Ugandans that's most prone to HIV/AIDS. This is because quite a number of youth find themselves engaging in lifestyles that they consider trendy, as is the norm today. The other contributing factor is unemployment and stress of the so-called big spenders, sugar daddies and sugar mummies, and other such people who take advantage of circumstances in which they find their prey. The victims, who in most instances are the youth, are hoodwinked into engaging in sexual activity, thereby risking contracting HIV.
Ate abakyala abakulu abamuyina bebagala abaana abato abalenzi bambasiige balaba omukyalo omukulu naye baka mwana w'omunne namusiga AIDS.
Oba oli awo olaba omusajja nfubafunayo wali akakazi nkaguzeeyo 15,000 kangende nkagira ebiri bye baalagira kitegeera awo ate agenze ebiri bye baalagira tayambadde.
Kati ate abaana abato obuzibu bwe tulina bagenda ne baagala abaana abakulu abakyala abakulu abaana ab'emyaka emito abavubuka ab'emyaka nga 15 ne yeewanika ku mukyalo omukulu omulwadde wa AIDS.
Muno mulimu obwana obuto myaka 13 14 n'omusanga nga yeegase ku musajja myaka 3 myaka 4 naye nga tamanyi detailo ze eza life ziyimiridde zitya, obulamu bwe buyimiridde butya mu kufuna embuto nga bakyali bwana buto. Mu mbuto mwe bafunira ki? Mwe bafunira n'esiriimu.
You know, ghettos having many people. There are those who are married, those who are not married, those who are single, those who are searching.
Whereas interventions are in place to curb HIV prevalency, how and when it gets into someone's body might be an issue of self-discipline.
In my own experience, I did do my own experiment whereby if I was with a woman, I did try, not through force or anything, to have sex or intercourse with them without putting on a condom. 9 out of 10 failed that experiment, but that was a personal experiment, which shows me that it's my responsibility to protect myself.
In most ghettos in Uganda, government supplies condoms so that the users can protect themselves from contracting HIV, the virus that causes AIDS. I actually came across a number of cans, containers where condoms are put for easy access in places such as guest houses, hotels and lodges. However, the problem is that some youth are shy when it comes to purchasing condoms, hence resort to getting the action in their own way.
If you are in a conservative, traditional culture in society, that's what happens. Morals, you know, sex before marriage is wrong and you know. You see, moral and whatnot. Then the youth see it as something dirty, something sinful, something that has to be secret. Nobody should know about. Then they're ashamed, because they're ashamed to buy condoms in public.
Wantu afuna olulimi lwe tuziyita wano nga mu ghetto. Nze kyemanya ekintu kimu bwe mbasikayise ka asidi nja kugamba mpaka aswiti kali. Kati wali wona aba butunda aba akitegeera. Kati wabanga akitegedde nawo omulamu oba ogutegeera agenda kwesanyusa.
There is nothing like being shy about it. If you're shy and you can't go and get condoms to use them, then please abstain. That's my message to the youth. And if you can't abstain, if you can't use the condoms, then you definitely get HIV AIDS, and you all know that there is still no cure for HIV.
There are allegations that these condoms are not used and that the youth fail to consistently take their medication.
Tebalina budde bwabwe kubanga ebiseera ebisinga abalwadde batamiivu. Omutamiivu onajjukiro kya kondomu osobola okugenda ku munno.
Akubafa mwe tusula tutera okulaba nga abantu bayiya eddagala lyabwe, tulaba obucupa empeke ennene bwezi tibazisuula. Abamu tebaagala kumira ddagala.
Na bino bye baleeta mu ghetto nti kwekebeza nawe olumu balimba abantu. Balina okwogera ekituufu. Kati pulekisa bwe banajja ne bangamba 07 omusirusiru nti wange olina akalwadde making sure nti ngenda mu ddwaliro nfune ki eddagala.
Because I have seen some girls have picked these stories from youth that they go and get this PrEP and take it before having sex, and that is how they are preventing HIV from getting them. That is very, very dangerous. You should only take PrEP as recommended by the health practitioners, by the doctors.
The young people, the information that they need to protect themselves doesn't really reach them. And
besides that, their sexual activity doesn't include so much of protecting themselves.
We still carry on with the message, appealing to the youth to abstain, but of course it's a difficult thing considering that now at age 13, 14, some of our youths are already sexually active. But we'll continue with the message, providing the message. I can't say it is effective. It's effective for those who actually listen and take this message seriously.
In one of the ghettos, I met Gavin, not real name, who managed one of the clubs in Kampala City, to be specific, in Kawempe. He is in his early 20s and he admits to have connected girls to clients for sexual pleasure.
This might come right from the money you earn from the bars. You know, there are some bars who pay workers the salary that they really need, and there are those who promise and they don't fulfill. So at a certain point, you may find a waitress that she might be tempted to go for a guy, not because she wants, but because she's having her own desires.
In Kampala City, Uganda's capital, it is evident that in slummy areas, bars, restaurants, and anything melodious attract the youth. To find out how the youth are persuaded into engaging in sexual acts, I decided to go undercover, and my targets of interest were bar attendants and waitresses. Party after party, like the saying goes. I spend nights stalking some ladies in a few bars in the slums. Young innocent girls operate in these areas, and lodges are just a few meters away.
Lodges ezisingamu zireeta obulwadde kyekyo ekisooka. Lodge zireetamu ebintu bingi, owulira ekyo. Mwe muva sifirizi, mwe muva enziku, mwe muva buli birwadde by'omanyi byonna biva mu lodge. Ne weziba size ezinene ez'omu Kisenyi, ne weziba ezo ez'aba VIP, ebyaddala zonna zivaamu obulwadde.
Imagine the existence of lodges constructed using timber. Sex in these places goes for as little as 5,000 shillings for what is termed as a shot.
Another one is 10, and dollar for 3,000, dollar for 2,000.
It doesn't matter whether it's day or night time. These rooms are always busy.
Omanyi kati muyinza okwebaka at the end of the day, olaba akapiira ne kaabika, owulira ekyo, osegera ekyo, oba ne mwebaka n'ogamba mwana nkongeramu 10 meka, 12, tugendeko live, osegera ekyo, tugendeko live, osegera ekyo, okakkana naawe nga weesudde mu kinnya.
It's unfortunately when people consume alcohol and other substances and they get drunk, they lose control of their bodies. So what we are going to do as government is to ensure we pass the alcohol policy. We need to have the alcohol control law also in place so that we can regulate the consumption of alcohol. And alcohol can only be consumed from certain hours. But as it is now, people are drinking from whatever hour of the day in the morning when they should be working, and of course that poses a challenge.
For 2 days, I camp in ghetto and decide to take a hard decision.
Now in these places, I really had to put on like a ghetto youth. And if anyone sees me, they won't really suspect that I'm a journalist, but let me just keep trying my luck to find out what exactly happens.
I move to a nearby shop and buy a sachet of waraji. This is because many low-income earners find this drink affordable. Because I had a mission to accomplish, there was no option but to take my booze with company of newly acquired colleagues. After getting high, a term used in ghetto to mean tipsy, a point reached when fear was not my thing, because almost everyone was out of order. These girls, whom I learnt operate in bars, are paid 40,000 shillings a week. Break it down, and it comes to about 5,500 daily. This is realistically not enough for this age.
And for that case, a waitress might be called by a client to be served in the bar, and he can't, because of taking much alcohol, might end up losing his normal senses. In so doing, he might be tempted to ask that girl for sex. And because the lady or the waitress is also in need of money, she might also be tempted to do it.
Na government niwe narwana ngata abantu balina byakola abaana bali buno babona basula bubi era oli agenda okwebeka ku muntu nganonya kyakulya.
Kati mutweke tubeere bize muleme tutulugunya muleme tukwata buleme tugenda funa obulwadde tugenda kwekalakasa tugenda kukola tugenda kwekyawa nga ze n'ontwala ogamba ntwala mwane abaana bamekomera balimanyira.
The time I spent undercover in some bars, I identified targets, some of whom I was informed about their HIV status. One of my targets was among these girls. Unfortunately, it all turned out to be a disappointment. These girls were taken by unknown men. But that did not kill my resolve to get the information that I needed to complete my undercover work. The next day, I spent some good hours in a bar until I landed on a target. Her name, she told me, was Kristen. Of course, I knew nothing about her, but in order to achieve my quest, whichever liquid she gave me, I drowned it. After some time of the effort, this lady took me somewhere. It was about 3 a.m. I thought she was taking me to a lodge. Due to the amount of liquor she had taken, she couldn't walk on her 2 feet, but was crawling and throwing up. Basically, she couldn't save herself the embarrassment of the day. I was shocked to learn that it were her rentals.
So this girl takes me at her place. She doesn't know me. She has just met me. And then I don't know what would have happened, but my colleagues brought me back home. Imagine if this girl took some other person whom she doesn't know. Maybe they will steal her things, maybe they will steal her money. But to me, I just had a mission, and my mission is done.
This is the reality happening on ground, not only in slums, but similar scenarios could be happening elsewhere. To reduce the spread of HIV/AIDS, solution-based ideas, self-discipline, and mindset change should be embraced by all Ugandans.
These young people need role models. If you got a role model, somebody you aspire to be like, you respect, either famous person or what, I guess they can get that message out quickly to the young people, all the way down. Even in the ghettos, they have people who they respect and aspire to be like. Those are the people they will listen to, not government, not I don't know what you get.
But of course, as a country, we came up with the HIV/AIDS Trust Fund. This law is actually in place. But of course, the regulations have also been developed. Our challenge is that the minute we have not yet as operationalized that fund. And this is something that we have to do in the coming financial year, because we cannot run away from it. We are aware that the donors are scaling down on funding for these HIV/AIDS response. So it's high time that as government, in the next financial year, we started putting aside monies as stipulated in the HIV/AIDS Trust Fund, so that we can be able to deal with our HIV response.
They can assist, but I'm saying getting the message out there, it takes people that people in the ghetto respect, aspire to be like, want to be like. Those are the people they will listen to, and they can get the message quickly.
The 2018 UNAIDS report estimates that 1.4 million people are believed to be living with HIV. Prevalency among sex workers stands at 36%, representing 504,000 people. 84%, representing 1,176,000 people living with HIV know their status. 16%, constituting 224,000 people, do not know their status.
If you move critically to look at majority of Ugandans that know their HIV status, it's actually the women who have the highest percentage. So when it comes to the men, you'll find that this percentage, the 16% of Ugandans that don't know their HIV status, you'll find that majority of these are actually men. So really, we need men on board to be able to fight this HIV/AIDS and reduce on the infections that we are seeing still high in this country.
72%, representing 1,080,000 people living with HIV are on treatment, whereas 64%, representing 896,000 of people living with HIV, have their viral load suppressed. As I end this captivating and enlightening escapade in the ghetto, I get to say that HIV elimination is my responsibility and yours as well.
HIV is a reality before mankind, and whereas experts are working hard to find a cure for HIV, all beliefs and theories should be put aside and concentrate on abstaining, being faithful, and using a condom. I know my HIV status. What about you? Remember, prevention is better than cure. Ivan Kahwa, UBC News in Kampala.
Thank you so much, Ivan Kahwa. That is one of those big initiatives we took as we commemorated the World AIDS Day, the day that starts December. We thank you so much for watching. Whatever we put on the table, the onus is now on you or your side to choose what to take. Use a condom, be faithful, or abstain from mistakes. Ministry of Local Government, that is in other news, in partnership with Raising the Village in Uganda, have launched a partnership in Mulora County, Kisoro District, to improve community development in different parts of the country. This partnership is aimed at helping communities improve service delivery in agriculture, health and water in order to realize Millennium Development Goals.
The village is a livelihood improvement organization which works with the last mile communities and in partnership with the government, because it wants to make a cover-up and also utilize the existing government structures, and these structures also help us get the expertise that we wouldn't have as Raising the Village. This kind of partnership helps us support these communities move from one level to another, and our point of emphasis is that at least people can move outside the poverty line.
Yes, we thank you so much for watching. Let's take a very short break. On return, we'll have sports news and calls.
Introducing Airtel Broadband. Enjoy high-quality home video streaming and seamless connectivity. You can also connect up to 32 people for your business at only 280,000 shillings with 51 GB free, valid for a month. And installation at no charge. Use Airtel Money today to buy any of our customized broadband bundles. For product inquiries, give us a call on 1004 Airtel and 0800 327327. Accessible from all other networks. Dial *185# and activate today. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Hello, Uganda! We introduce to you the first and ever My Right to Play Christmas Kids Festival 2019. Let the kids feel the Christmas Eve on the 21st of December at the Legend Sports Ground in Lugogo. Entrance is 10,000 shillings only and parents free. Bring your child and have an opportunity to play, sing, dance and discover their talents. Mujje tuyingira amazaalibwa nga abato basanyusa bato bannaabwe. Muleete abaana bammwe banyumirwe, banywe, bazanye. Kino kigenda kubeera kijjabe. Proudly sponsored by Legends Sports Ground, UBC TV, Star TV, U24 TV, Star FM, Magic 100 FM, UBC Butebo, Marketing, UMC Victoria Hospital, and Ideas Workshop. Bw'oba oyagala omwana w'okuyimba kuba ku ssimu eno.
This festive season. Enjoy great value from Airtel with the all-new My Pakalast combo offers. Yes, we have customized especially for you the best deals on minutes, data, and SMS with our 3-in-1 My Pakalast combo to give you the best value as you stay in touch with friends and family this season. To activate My Pakalast voice combo, dial *100*2*1# to get started.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Send money from Airtel to Airtel at 60% discounted rates. Yes, you can now send money for as low as 100 shillings and a maximum of 1,000 shillings. And that's not all. You can now withdraw up to 7 million shillings from your nearest Airtel money agent for as low as 12,500 shillings. Remember, depositing money is free. Buying airtime through Airtel Money is free. Airtel Money and PIN registration is free. Do not pay any transaction charges directly to the agent, and never share your PIN number with anyone. Enjoy the lowest rates on sending and withdrawing money on Airtel Money today. Airtel Money. Simple, instant, secure. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Thank you so much for watching. We now go to our sports news. Ajuri County Member of Parliament Dennis Hamson Obua was replaced Charles Bakabulindi in the newly announced cabinet reshuffle. Obua comes with the promise of turning around the sports docket after 15 years of Charles Bakabulindi at the helm. Our sports reporter Emon Gabo had a chat with him. Let us hear it.
Ajuri County Member of Parliament Dennis Hamson Obua has replaced Charles Bakabulindi in the cabinet reshuffle announced Saturday as the Minister for Sports. Obua will take over from Bakabulindi, who has held the position for 15 years since he was appointed in 2005 as the State Minister for Sports. First on agenda is to harmonize the wrangles among sports federations, protect sports facilities, and the amendment of the 1964 National Council of Sports Act,
which is long overdue in my opinion. Even as members of parliament, we were already working on a private members bill. We now need to have a point of convergence where we are going to look at what government had in docket together with what we had, such that this particular bill can be tabled in parliament, because our sports as a country is still being handled or managed under an old and archaic law of 1964. Last time that the Ministry of Education and Sports tabled a statement in Parliament on sports, government had taken a decision through Cabinet to prioritize sporting disciplines where we have a niche as a country. We are aware that in netball we have gone to the World Cup and we are ranked number 6 in the whole world. Football, we have twice qualified for Africa Cup of Nations. Athletics, we have gone to the Commonwealth with increment in the number of medals. When looking at resources, I decided that we need to prioritize disciplines where we have a niche, such that we are able, instead of saying we want to be everywhere, we must code them, qualify them, and promote those ones where we are progressively making progress. I believe this is a good decision in the right direction. But all said and done, the most important thing would be to look at funding of sports generally. But that emanates from the issue of the law, because we are looking at government, that is public sector, vis-a-vis private sector.
Before being appointed as a sports minister, Obua has had his contribution towards sports. The legislator has been vocal over the sluggish pace of the construction of the John Akibwa Memorial Stadium. He is the captain of the parliamentary football team, has also been at the forefront of the performance of the national football team, the Cranes, and a renowned sports lover in general.
Sports run in our blood. Sports is part and parcel of our preoccupation. I want to appeal to you, sports lovers. Come, let's join hands. Let's stop the infights that are in different federations. Let's focus on our roles and responsibilities such that we can deliver Ugandan sports to another level or another stage. I say all this for God and my country.
Obwa inherits an underfunded sports sector with squabbles on who should take the lion's share of every financial year by the different federations. He believes that funding from private stakeholders can be key to sustain sports development. Obwa's predecessor Charles Bakabulindi's reign has witnessed a number of controversies regarding sports federations, with the minister at the center of the unending controversy around Nachivo Stadium redevelopment. Ngabo Amon, reporting for UBC TV.
That brings us to the end of our lunchtime news today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Michael Jordan Lukoma. I'll catch you in our other news in the evening. Just please keep it UBC TV. Bye-bye.